means that I am down math. Hi everybody, my name is Rosalie and welcome back to my channel, Back to Chubby. Today is just a quick weigh-in and vlog. Again, this week we are going out of town this week for Josh's birthday. And so before I talk about anything else, I guess I'm just going to show you the weigh-in and then I'll talk about this past week.
Hello. It's ready. £373.8 pounds.
So 373.8 is up 1 pound from last week, and I'm actually perfectly fine with that. Just to clarify, earlier this week when I was really grumpy about the weight gain, it was not about like 1 or 2 pounds. It was almost 16 pounds in like 3 or 4 days. And I was just sort of flabbergasted because I'm used to like a few pound fluctuation, and especially sometimes like after cheat day I'll have a little bit of water weight and then usually it's gone by Friday and I'm not usually that worried about it. But when we went out of town this past weekend, I came back feeling just awful and I hadn't been able to go to the bathroom right and my face felt all puffy and my fingers were swollen. And so I don't normally weigh like every day, but sometimes I'll step on like just out of curiosity or just to sort of track. And my scale's like right in the middle of my kitchen floor, so I have to walk past it all the time, but that's beside the point. When we got back, I stepped on just out of curiosity because I just didn't feel good, and it was up like 10 pounds. And I was just kind of miffed. And I tried to just not think about it and figure it must be a lot of water weight and it was just constipation, which that's what it was. But the next day I didn't feel any better, so again, out of curiosity, I got on and I was up another 3 pounds. And then the next day I was up some more. I mean, like, I'd been counting my calories, not having a lot of stuff that I know makes me bloat. And in the end, it took like 34 ounces of coconut water, 2 bottles of magnesium citrate, 3 cups of prune juice, and like other stuff just wasn't working. But finally my stomach feels a lot better. I don't think it's completely better, if you know what I mean, but thank you guys for all your suggestions. I don't know if it was stress or if it was just I was miserable. So anyway, in a few days, I somehow gained like 15.8 pounds, I think it was, which was, part of that was really hard for me because I just hit a goal weight. I just gotten under 375, and I'm still so close to 400 pounds that 15.8 pounds or whatever it was put me up to like 388.2, I want to say. And that was kind of hard for me to be that close to 400 pounds again, because it took over a month to get that amount of weight off, and then it goes back on in just a few days. And as we know, it was just water weight and constipation, but that's not the point. The point is, psychologically for me, that was really scary and really hard, especially because I felt like I'd been doing everything right and I felt like I was still working. I hadn't given up, I hadn't stopped, and still it felt like my body was turning on me, and that was really frustrating. But I want to say thank you to everybody who left like such encouraging comments down below for me, and everybody who was going through the same thing last week, and everybody who's gone through the same thing before, because I was grumpy. But I feel better now, both physically and mentally, so that's good. And I'm really not worried about that 1 pound weight gain because I'm sure it'll drop off next week. But that being said, we are going out of town this weekend for Josh's birthday, and there is supposed to be like a celebration thing, so that'll be hard, but it'll be fine. Hard, but fine. So where I'm at now, though, 373.8 means I'm down 61.8 pounds from my starting weight of 435, which means that out of that 277 pounds I said I'm gonna lose, I still have 215.8 pounds left to go, which is kind of daunting, but it's fine. I'm almost a quarter of the way through it. I'm just gonna keep going. And 61.2 pounds in 20 weeks means that I'm averaging about 3 pounds a week, like 3.0 something, I don't know. So I'm actually pretty happy with that. Now, I mean, keep in mind, some weeks, like the first or second week I was doing this, I dropped like 6 pounds. And then a couple weeks ago, I dropped 4 pounds. But then there's weeks like now where I'm up 1 pound or 1.8 pound or nothing happens. So I mean, an average of 3 pounds a week is great, but it hasn't just been a steady 3 pounds per week. I'm happy with it. I hope I can keep up that pace, just because that would be amazing. I mean, we're 20 weeks in, there's 52 weeks in a year. If I could keep that pace up for another 32 weeks, that would be 96 pounds, which would be awesome. I'm not going to set that as my goal right now or anything. In fact, I'm going to keep my short-term goal at 266, dang, yeah. I'm going to keep my short-term goal at 366 because that's 25% of the way to my goal. And I'm going to just keep focusing on drinking enough water and still working out. Oh, and I did clean off the Bowflex and get it all set up and do about 20 minutes of resistance training. At first I thought I maybe just set it too low because I only started off with like 15 pounds or something on each side, and I mean there was resistance and everything, but I didn't really feel the way you do after a good workout. Like my muscles weren't that sort of like pleasant achy. If you don't work out a lot, or if you don't like working out, you might not know what I'm talking about. But if you do like working out, there's just that sort of like pleasant ache that lets you know like you used your body, it did something great, things are happening. I like that feeling, and I didn't really have it. And then today in the swimming class, we were doing something like water resistance, and okay, now I feel it. So today we were doing some resistance in the water, and then I felt it a little bit, and I feel a little bit now, but so I think I might keep it where it's at. Since I gained a pound this week, I guess I'll talk about some non-scale victories real quick. The first of which is that after every time I go swimming, this is only the second time, but after both of these past times, when I come back, I feel like I have a lot of energy instead of being drained, which was what I was expecting to have happen. Because sometimes just like going grocery shopping is just freaking exhausting for me. It takes a lot of energy to move 375 pounds. Well, 373.8, whatever. Also, side note, I don't know if you guys have that problem where if you lose some weight, mentally you're still the weight that you were. Because I keep thinking that way. Like, well, yeah, these stairs suck, but I'm getting 435 pounds, but I'm not anymore. And I think that's something I need to work on. Yeah, I'm still 373, whatever, but I'm not where I was. And so there's still some stuff mentally I need to work on, and some stuff I'm trying to work on. I'm getting off track. Anyway, so when I come back, I have a lot of energy, and that's great for me. It's kind of familiar. Like when I was in high school and middle school and a lot younger and I did a lot of sports, I loved working out. I didn't like running, to be honest. I did it all the time because I wanted to be better and faster and stronger. I didn't like running, but I liked everything else. Now though, I literally, and not like figuratively, literally, like some people say, but literally dream about being able to run, which is a weird thing to say. This video is all over the place. What was I at? Okay, I do think though that despite the way it's making me feel right now, I made the right choice to only go once a week for right now, because last time, after the first time, my knee felt okay afterwards. I mean, it was kind of sore, but no more sore than it usually is. And then as the day went on, it got worse and worse and worse and worse. And it was sort of like a slow buildup to being just bad. And so then the next day, I went out of town to my parents' house, and I went to my brother's first varsity wrestling match, which was pretty awesome, and he did pretty great. But we had to keep switching gyms. And from one area to another, there was like a 2-story staircase that you had to do, which would be fine. But my knee was already killing me. So I just took my cane, and it could have been a lot worse. Even though they hurt really bad, I wasn't nearly as winded going up and down them as I usually am. So that was pretty awesome. Normally, like, my parents have a split level house, so you pretty much have to go upstairs no matter where you go in the house. And normally just those would get me winded. Well, not normally. In the past, those would get me winded. But I was able to do those 2-story stairs. I think we did them 4 times. So down and up 4 times. And I felt pretty good about it, other than it hurting. I hope you guys know what I mean. Like, they're 2 separate things. It hurt, but I could do it. I could breathe when I got to the top and still talk to people on my way up and when I got to the top. So that was pretty great. Also, I need some new pants, which is cool. I can't really afford it right now, but I went from just a couple months ago not having been able to wear jeans in over a year to finally getting into them, and now just like a month, I think after that, maybe a month and a half, they're way too big. They fall off. So I'm up a pound, but I'm also down 14 pounds. So whatever, I'll take it. And I have a lot of energy. Clothes are fitting better. I feel a little bit more in control today. I feel better than I have in weeks. And I think that, compared to how crappy I felt for like a month, is just night and day. I don't usually watch my videos back because it's just kind of uncomfortable. But I have been the past few weeks, especially because several people, in the comments made mention, just look at where you were at, look how far you've come, and go back and watch some of these videos and like look how your face has changed and things like that. So I did, and I kind of seem just flip-floppy as far as my emotions go. And I know we all have those days and we all have ups and downs, but since you only see me like once or twice a week, it seems like it's just all over the place. So, I mean, kind of the main reason I brought up like my weird mood swings like watching these videos is because sometimes I do have those mood swings just in general. And like right now I'm at a point where I can't like afford to go to a counselor or a therapist or anything. While I was in school and teaching at the school, I had access to free mental health. And so I would be able to talk to people then, but now I'm kind of at a point where I'm on my own, and I feel like as much work as I'm doing on myself, I would benefit from talking to someone again, because I still have a lot of anxiety issues. I still go through depression swings, and I think that this channel has been really good for me, especially because I hit those kind of depression swings where I don't want to clean the house, I don't want to clean myself, I don't want to get a shower, I don't want to get out of bed, I don't want to eat, I don't want to talk to anybody, I don't want to go anywhere, I don't want the windows open. But at least with this channel, I have to like wash my hair. So thank you guys. Anyway, I might talk a little bit more about just mental health, especially when you're trying to change your life, next week. But I think for now, this video is just what? This is gonna be a nightmare to edit. For now, this video is just weird enough. I will be back next week with another video. I don't know if it's going to be like a Do It With Me weight loss or just a vlog or the meal prep, or I don't know what's going to happen. But I will be back next week. And if you want to follow along with me, and be sure to subscribe down below. Leave me a comment and let me know how you guys are doing, because I know last week it seemed like a lot of us were having a hard time. So I hope some of you guys are feeling better this week. I hope some of you feel like you're more in control this week, or just feel better. I gotta get packed, finish up some other stuff, finish work, go out of town, do some stuff there. Hopefully we don't have a repeat of this week. If you guys are interested in getting like my meal plans or my shopping lists or the things that I've been doing over this past few months, this past 20 weeks, you can find them all on my blog, backtochubby.wordpress.com. Just click on the Do It With Me weight loss link up in the top and they should all be there. Well, mostly there. Still working on catching some of the meal plans up, but the shopping lists and the nutrition information are there, and if you watch the videos, usually it'll show you the meal plan. You guys can also follow me on social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, etc. with username backtochubby, all one word, on all of them. And I'm trying to be more active on them. I just have a really boring life, so I don't have anything to show you guys. But I will see you guys next week, and I hope wherever you are safe and happy and healthy. Remember to just try the best you can.